In an astonishing moment, First Lady Melania Trump making a surprise statement, coming before the cameras to say she has never had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
With Melania, timing is everything. History has shown us celebrities, politicians, and the elite, they tend to try to get ahead of any negative stories that might run about them.
The answer at the time, The Rock. Susie Byrne with Yahoo Entertainment was doing a story about a lot of the bad will around The Rock. Chronic lateness, just a lot of issues there. So you'll notice that there is a lot of damage control.
So when she started speaking,
the individuals lying about me are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect.
I had to ask myself, why are these stories coming in waves? When I saw the documents, I thought to myself, why are they being released piece by piece? Who controls when the public sees what? And here's where it gets really interesting. When one topic or person starts getting a lot of attention, something else often comes up at the same time, kind of like a distraction. Iran war just popped up.
Trump warned on Truth Social that if any of Iran's attack boats used by the Revolutionary Guard to control the Strait of Hormuz come anywhere close to our blockade, he said, they will be immediately eliminated. NATO allies have refused to join Donald Trump's blockade, insisting they will only intervene once the fighting ends.
So when we see these surprises from Melania Trump as her address came, we have to ask, is this just a coincidence? Or is this strategic timing all part of her strategy? She did make sure to plug her book, her memoir. So let's talk about Billy.
It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be.
There have been a number of photos with Bill Gates and women who have been redacted out. According to Reuters, there are plenty of photos, and not just Reuters. I've seen on the DOJ, when you can go through the files and look, there are photos of Bill Gates standing next to a woman with black covering her face. It's redacted, right? And basically what they told us was to protect the victims and their identity, we're going to redact their face. No problem. So the question is, or what we're thinking as the public, at least me, Bill, who are you standing next to with their face redacted? If everything was kosher and he denies any associations with Epstein, and it was a mistake and it was all philanthropy, what do you do with picture next to these women? He's denied it. He has denied it.
I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake.
And so in the court of law, we're gonna let them take care of it. It's neither here or there for us to claim on any platform whether or not it's true. We could use our brains, but we gotta let the court actually decide. It's not fake. The photos exist and parts of them are hidden. So ask yourself, like I said, why is the identity blurred, Bill? And you got to think, right? Who made that call? Obviously, we want to protect the victims. But are we just protecting the victims? Or are we protecting the people that were standing next to it? Again, I want to make this very clear. There is no evidence in these photos of any criminal wrongdoing. He's just standing next to a woman. But, And Gates has denied any wrongdoing. He said multiple times the meetings were huge mistakes. But in the same breath, he's also admitted to multiple affairs with Russian women.
We turn now to Microsoft founder Bill Gates, his eye-opening apology for his relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
And also admitted to have given his ex-wife an STD in emails with Epstein.
Newly released Jeffrey Epstein emails claim Bill Gates caught a sexually transmitted disease from Russian girls and then suggested secretly giving antibiotics to his wife, Melinda Gates. According to newly released Department of Justice documents, a 2013 email from Epstein to Gates makes the startling claim that Gates had been infected following encounters with Russian women.